Good morning,
Good
everyone.
morning, everyone.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I'm hearing an echo. You guys hearing that? All right, it's gone. Guys, it's Freedom Friday. This is Alliance Attractors. We're going to talk a little bit about attraction. We're going to talk about short form content today. I see some people here that really do well with that, and I really want to get right into it. So, I want you guys to have your wins ready because we're going to get into that later on, what you got done today, but I want to make sure because one of our participants got has to jump early, and I want to make sure you guys get to know her. She's driving right now, but we got Alexis Diaz on the call. And Alexis, drive safe. Unmute your mic if you can and say hello.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. Good
Good
morning. Thank you
morning. Good
for having
morning.
me on here.
All right. So, guys, what's the attention span of adults right now? Is it getting longer? Is it getting shorter?
Shorter.
In 2021, it was about 12 seconds. In 2000, it was about 12 seconds. Now it's single
2000.
digits. Single digits, guys. You got to catch somebody quick. So how are we doing that?
So I try to get to the point. Even if I leave out a lot of information, I just get to the point, to the meat and the juice of it.
The meat, the subject. Is that the strategy, guys?
I personally think the strategy is just keeping it 100, like keeping it all the way real, where it's just like you're not you're not what's that phrase, like EXPing over someone, right? So you're just showing your day to day, you're showing your wins, you're showing your losses, right? You're showing your lessons. I think that's extremely important. You want to be human more often, and that's what I do. I all the time I'm super real. I'm like, oh man, this didn't work out. I lost this. Let's just say I lost this client because of A, B, and C. What would I do next, right? And so I think that has been working out for me as far as just, of course, being authentic.
Well, with such a short, limited window, let's say a 5-second window, you don't have much time to get their attention. I often use humor because it lets their guard down, and that's an opener. And then you go into your flow in whichever way you see fit. That's me personally.
Yeah, you gotta catch them quick, right? So what is it? It's the hook nowadays. It's to get them to stop scrolling. So Alexis, how do you get people to stop scrolling and focus on you and what you have to say? I think
Shock and
you're
awe.
what's that, Shante? Shock and
I
awe.
said,
That's right.
yeah.
So how do you shock these guys? How do you get them to
I
stop
mean,
scrolling?
I really think it depends on what the subject is that you're talking about. I know, like, just for me specifically, maybe on certain platforms, certain things shock people and stop them from scrolling, like maybe the price of something.
Yep, I agree. What else?
And then sometimes your hook has to give like information directly, like right away.
So you want to let them know what they're going to be getting?
Yeah, like right away in the first couple of seconds, like you explain exactly like what the video what it's giving you, what it's gonna give them what they're gonna get out of the video, I should say.
All right. Watch this. And do you change that from platform to platform?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Who's got a good grasp on platforms? What's TikTok looking for? What's Instagram looking for? What's Facebook looking for?
Also, just wanted to add on there real quick. Good morning, everyone, by the way. Um,
Morning.
a lot of people just start, when they're shooting content or even they're posting, if it can be a graphic, but text. A lot of times we forget to call out our audience right away. Um, we start to just cast a wide net and just go after everyone, right? So when you're talking to a realtor, call out the realtor, right? And the first hook is obviously going to be their pain point. And I like what Alexis said about being authentic because at the end of the day, you want to be able to relate, right? Like you want people to relate to you. And when you call out the ideal avatar and then you hook them in with their pain, and then you just be authentic with, because that's what allows the end viewer to connect with you. That's usually something that I've been testing. Even with the graphics, you put you call out the audience, you right away you hook them in with, hey, you're struggling because of this, you're probably in pain because of this. Uh, that's ideally what's going to get them to dive deeper in the captions, and then that's where you can try to build the trust and eventually convert them or whatever you're trying to get them to. If it's an event or you have a freebie or some type of lead magnet that you want to give away, but that's usually something that I've been testing, even with just like if it's just a static photo, drop in a quick pain point as the first slide and have carousels that are bringing value, right? That's something that Alexis is even doing. She's even doing the same thing, right? She has carousels, and then she's going deep on just bringing value on each slide of the carousel, and even her content, right? So like people want to be able to resonate and build trust, and I think just being authentic, it helps bring the guard down because it's like they can see like, hey, like I'm just like her, I'm just like Gino, I'm just like Art, right? That's kind of like ideally like the thought process around short form video because you want to be able to hook them in the first 2-3 seconds, right? Versus like when you watch agents start doing videos like, hey, welcome to one two, like you already lost 2-3 seconds right there, so that's my take on that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Gino. What I also think is extremely important is where use your expertise as value as well, right? So what are you really good at? What's going good in your business that you can help agents, right, that are struggling maybe in the same realm? Like so for me, it's YouTube, right? So I've been doing YouTube for the last 3 years. I've sold close to 150 homes just on YouTube, right? So I know that a lot of agents want to get into YouTube. So that's where I use my social media. So for me, I don't use every platform to talk to agents. Me personally, I like Instagram and Facebook to talk to agents. For TikTok, I use buyers and sellers, right? So, number one, know your platform, know your avatar. So I want to work with agents who want to leverage YouTube, right? Because I know that I could provide so much value. So I talk to them, right? Not every agent is your avatar. Just like when you are prospecting and you have to already have an idea of like, okay, who you want your ideal client to be. That's exactly how you do it with agent attraction as well, right? So I think that's extremely important. I think stories are important too on like Instagram and Facebook where you're showing your day to day, right? Like for me, I have a segment called Ain't Nobody Asks, right? But it's too good not to share. So a lot of people I always see, oh, there's a lot of, I get a lot of questions in my DMs, blah, 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 blah. 9 times out of 10, nobody was in your DMs asking, right? You want to provide value, but why can't you just say, ain't nobody asked, but here's the value, right? So, I've got a lot of, a lot of interactions with those types of stories, right? Because it's just the truth. Like, again, I'm just super real, authentic, and that has just truly worked out for me. What I would say too, and I learned this past build cruise, where when I first joined EXP, I was just solely, production because I have 6 kids to feed, right? I was nervous about attracting because I'm like, but what can I show, right? Because I'm still learning how to produce, but now, when you look at it, when you reflect, it's like, wait, you could do you could do production and you can attract at the same time. It doesn't have to be an or. So I think that's
How do you
extremely
weave those
important.
two together, Alexis?
I'm
How do
sorry?
you bring those two topics together, right? Because my thought is production attracts. You go out there, you talk production, you're going to get the people that are interested in production. But how do you pivot over to them thinking about coming in, joining the organization, joining EXP?
Yeah, I think for me, what the biggest thing for it, and I rely heavily on Global Alliance because we're honestly the best, right? Culture. A lot of people are looking for culture and community. So that's where you could do where you are showcasing the culture, you're showcasing the training, you're showcasing, hey, if you're a new agent, man, I went through my office helped me with A, B, and C, or value based too, right? Like, hey, I'm learning how to do this. This is what I was taught at my office, blah, 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 blah. So I feel like it's definitely but you have to show the human side of it too. And I think being around, surrounding yourself, guys, this doesn't work if you don't immerse yourself into the culture, right? Especially with a based brokerage, you have to immerse yourself, because if you don't immerse yourself, if you don't tap in, then you're gonna feel alone, right? And so that's why I always encourage where you're showing what our community is, even on these Friday calls.
That's big. So it's production and so it could be production and culture, production and leadership, production and authority, right?
Absolutely.
So that's how you bring it in, and that's been working for you lately. What
Yeah,
what are the
absolutely.
results?
Man, I'm gonna be bringing in 4 agents this month, which I'm extremely excited about. I'm really, I'm doing a disservice to agents by not just giving them a glimpse, or having them have visibility to our culture, right? And honestly, a lot of people relate with me, and a lot of people like admire what I've done, being a mom of 6 and speaking on stages, and having the production I have. So I always really try to just come at a place of value, and yeah, and service.
I've seen some of your stuff, and it's not just all like, "Hey, I'm killing it," I'm killing it everywhere. There's a bit of vulnerability in what you put out there, Alexis, right?
Sometimes a little too vulnerable, but yes.
And that type of content actually works in your favor, you feel?
Absolutely, absolutely, because it's relatability, right? Like, for example, right now I'm going through some hard stuff with one of my sons, and I've expressed that, where, you know, as it's hard as a mom, right? It's hard as a mom where you're trying to make sure that they're doing what they need to do, but you are also a businesswoman, so you also have to think about your business, and you have staff, right? So it's a lot to juggle. And somebody said something, and it hit me so hard. They said, there was a pastor, I think, and she was asked, how do you raise, so many kids and still run a successful business? And she said, on my knees, right? And I thought that was amazing. On my knees, meaning, praying to God, right? Because I mean, like, I guess that could go another way, but um So I love that, right? And that's so relatable. So that's just been working for me, being vulnerable, telling my losses. I not so long ago I made a carousel or a post where it was like, man, you know text are okay, but phone is needed to check in on your past clients, right? Sometimes you don't even know what someone's going through. Like one of my clients, I saw her house on the market, and I'm like, what the heck? I got in my ego got in the way a little bit, and I was like, yo, she's selling this house without me, blah 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 blah. And I called her just to check in, and she lost her husband, right? And she lost her sister, so close together. And I was like, wow. I was like, that's on me for just only hey, just checking in, right? No, you need to call and be human, right? So, you know how many realtors commented and was like, wow, this is so relatable, right? And then you could just build on that conversation. And it's just been working for me. I'm super excited. I want to grow this organization. I want to help Global Alliance grow even bigger as well.
Love it. Anybody else doing anything differently out there or want to add to that conversation? What happens when you build AI into that? Do you do that, Alexis?
The only AI that I build into it, like I haven't went hard as far as AI and agent attraction. It's just like some of my pictures are AI. That's about it. So I haven't really tapped into AI and attracting agents, but I feel like my strong suit is my authenticity, and of course AI, you can leverage it, but you still have to be human.
Agreed, agreed, agreed. Who else has something to add to this conversation?
I will add a short anecdote because I was actually just working on my marketing strategy this morning. So, so one stat: only roughly 25% to 38% of realtors use YouTube consistently, right? And then YouTube is the most popular search engine among 51% of homeowners. It was one of the
Wow.
follow-ups when I was doing my research. Vin, you're actually the only person that's ever thrown YouTube out there to me. I was like shocked by that number. So it's ironic that it
Hmm.
came up this morning.
YouTube. I actually heard I have a couple of YouTube referrals. So I didn't generate the referral. The referral was generated by an agent in another state through YouTube, and they reached out and gave me the seller for me to work on. But it was really interesting to know the demographic of the client. So these two leads that I got from an agent that used YouTube to capture, the clients were in their 60s and 70s.
Yeah,
60s
I
and
noted
70s.
that too. Crazy.
And they're
So,
they're like, yeah, go
fun
ahead,
fact,
Alex.
most
Uh-huh.
of my clients, and I know we're not talking, this is not about YouTube, but most of my clients are in their 50s, 60s, 70s, right? Those are the clients who are on YouTube who like the long form content. So those are the ones who they watch you on TV, not their phone. They watch you on TV, and they will literally sit there and binge watch you. So that's why I love YouTube, because yes, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, with the short form, you can get massive leads, right? But you're sifting through them, right? There's just, low hanging fruit. YouTube, you're getting more qualified leads and you're closing them faster.
Yeah, and I found with those, with that small cross section, that small sample size, they have so much trust in that YouTube agent,
Yes.
and they haven't physically met the agent yet. It was just watched, taken in all the content, and then just absolute trust from that agent from that one or two phone calls.
Oh yeah.
So
You
much
know how many
so that they're
people
like,
call me? You know how many people call me and be like, listen, like I feel like I already know you, right? Like I feel like you my sister, you're my niece, right? And I'm like, but you already do. I said, because who I am in person is who I am in my videos, right? And so you build so much trust. I have so many clients that I haven't even met yet. Like that I've moved them from up north to Florida, did everything for them and haven't even met them yet.
So then are you taking that long form and using that to make your short form, Alexis?
No, no. So I do it separately. I don't like how the long form content, if you like chop it up, I just personally don't like how it looks on short form. Number one, I don't put short form on my YouTube. Why? Because it just doesn't work for my channel. I've already tried it. It works for some people, but for me, because my audience is the older crowd, they don't watch short form content. So it just messes with my algorithm. So I will go ahead and record separately for social media, and then I'll put that on like we have an Instagram for just like Evolve Estates, not my personal, because my personal I'm talking to agents, and TikTok and Facebook.
So each channel, each platform has its own audience.
Yes, yes. So TikTok is for buyers and sellers, just kind of like YouTube. YouTube is buyers and sellers, and then my personal Instagram is agents, and then Facebook is a mix because Facebook has my personal Instagram and it has the Evolve Estates Instagram, so it's a mix. But I get a lot of agents on Facebook too.
Awesome. What else are you guys doing? I know that Mario's out there and I'm seeing his stories. His stories are coming up all the time. And that to me is, that's short form, grabbing my attention. Any of you guys using that?
Love it, love it. I'm glad you're looking at it, bro. That makes me happy. Yeah, I mean, I mean, pretty much everything, guys. I use Instagram is just crazy because I mean, it depends what you use it for, right? Like Instagram, I use it a lot for agents. That's where my biggest agent attraction has came from, is Instagram. Facebook, I keep it a little bit more family oriented in a sense, but I mean, everybody that knows me on Facebook knows I'm a real estate agent. So I mean, it's a good mixture. I think it just depends on how you use it. My TikTok's all over the place 'cause I don't use it a lot. I just do it for to stay relevant in a sense. But I mean, Instagram when it comes to agent attraction is my bread and butter. I mean, go through the hashtags, go through adding agents, go through congratulating agents, and I mean, Instagram to me has been killer for agent attraction. So
How do you decide what you're posting versus what you're throwing into your stories?
I think I do a little bit of everything for the most part. Because I think you get lost. For me personally, right? You get lost on should I post this, should I not post this? I mean, I'm everywhere. You look at my stories, it can be from food to cars to real estate to classes to family to school events. We're out in Laredo a couple of days ago, so that was a lot of my mixture, and it was funny because I was looking at it yesterday. I'll go back to see who's interacting with my stories, and I noticed my day went from traveling to Laredo to food to starting back in San Antonio to classes to food to family to and it's just a mixture of everything, right? Now, what I tell a lot of agents is I used to forget a post. Now what I do to not interrupt my family time or not interrupt when we're having meetings, I'll take a few clips. Once I get in the vehicle, I'll go onto my stories and post them all together, and then I'll put a time on there. That way it separates, hey, this was breakfast, this was dinner type thing. Now, of course, if I have time, I try to post them as soon as I take them, but I also don't want to lose the connection with the people that I'm at by taking all these stories at one time too. So, but yeah. So I mean, just mix it up. You'll see what works, and when you start noticing what works and what people interact with the most, like Fridays, I post a lot of food or content on Fridays because I know it's gonna get my views. I'm gonna get a lot more views, and then from there I post my EXP or my real estate. Or I'm like I've noticed food gets a lot more traction. But right after the food clip, I'm posting the real estate. I'm posting the catcher that I want somebody to message me for, whether it's agent attraction or whether it's the real estate side of it. So.
I love that. Is there some kind of formula for stories? Is there like a call to action in your stories? A link to get to have them go to, like, or is the goal just attention, know my lifestyle, know my day?
I think it's a little bit of both. So some of it is just attention, know my lifestyle. But when it comes to the agent attraction or the home buying process, I'll put a poll on there, and the people that are interacting with the poll or commenting on the poll, I'm reaching out to. There's some people that also vote on there. So like you could put the poll for voting. You could put the ask questions. Like on Mondays, typically I'll put the ask questions, and it's crazy how many people respond to it because it's a lot more private. It's that call to action where it's like, hey, I'm telling you, if you want to ask a question, comment down below. Or if we're having an event, hey, do you want an invite? Put your name down below. So you're giving them a call to action, but it's really nice because it's a lot more private. So I feel like a lot more people interact with it versus when I do a post and I'm like, comment below for the link. A lot of people aren't going to comment because they might not want other people to see that they want to be part of our events or they want to come see what we're doing. So on the stories, I feel like it's a lot more personal and it's a lot more interactive. Now, when it comes to the agent attraction side of it, I'm doing the same thing. I'm commenting on everybody's stories. I'm replying, not commenting, I'm replying to everybody's stories and I'm interacting with them through the stories because it goes straight to their DMs. From there, I'm seeing the people that reply to me are the people I want to interact with, the people I'm going to start commenting more on their social media and building that relationship a lot stronger because it's they're interacting with you for a reason. They're watching you for a reason. Now it's give them that call to action, but if they don't do it, you take that action and get into their DMs as well. That way you can continue building that relationship.
Yeah, I think
They're saying,
Mario, what
don't
you
wait for it
do
to
that
happen. Take action and make it happen.
that's what I think you do that's special. It's not just put it out there so I get the attention. It's put it out there so I get the intention so I could start the interaction, right? Like you're actually paying
Yes,
attention
sir.
to who's looking, and not only are you paying attention to who's looking, you're interacting with who's looking.
Correct. Yes. Not waiting.
It's
I got goals to meet, so we got to make it happen.
I love it. So I mean, we could all learn so much from everybody that's here. Anybody else that's using a strategy that's working for them, or have a question for any of these people that are here? Juan, jump in. Juan, you raise your hand.
Yeah, good morning, Vincent. Good morning, Alliance. I agree with everyone. Like, everyone is saying the same thing I do. Yeah, show my value every day in Facebook, Instagram mostly. I do also a little bit TikTok and YouTube. I've been trying to do that like 3 years ago. I haven't completely start fully promoting myself, but that's the goal this year. And yeah, stories is big for me. I do it at least 5 stories every day. Like Mario is saying, I post a little bit of everything, and a lot of people are telling me, Juan, I'm addicted to your stories. Just keep doing what you're doing. I show my value, I show what I do day to day, like whether it's showings, closings, whether it's eating a soup, walking my dog. That's what, people like to see. I use that rule 80/20, 80% my prior, my personal life and 20% business. So it works beautiful, man. I'm proud to say that this month I've been doubling my revenue share, man, and agent attraction is big. I'm just building this thing. I'm so happy now. I can pay my car. I can pay, my little bills with that. I'm so happy, and in the process, I'm creating leaders under, myself. One of my one of my agents, he just cap again. He has like almost the entire year to go icon, and it's amazing. And we create another leader now. He's already copying. He's doing his own team now. It's amazing how things start popping up like popcorn. Like when you put your heart into this thing, when it happens, man. I'm so blessed to be part of EXP. And let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go. 2026 is gonna be amazing for everybody.
that's it. You're another one. Every single day, your stories, it's just you know, I love to follow a day in the life, like all the things that you're doing, how it's all real estate related. That's how you get your audience to know what you're doing, right? And get to know what you're about. You're always highlighting people. You're always congratulating the group. You're always throwing in a little bit about what EXP is doing, little some of the changes that
100%.
are happening, the closings that you're doing, all of those things. Fantastic.
100%, man. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go.
I was going through some of my notes from Fast Track, and they gave us a couple of a couple of things that we could use for our short form content. I threw one of them in the chat right now, right? So that's the authority post. Most agents never hear this from their leaders. That's your hook. That's how you get them to give you your attention, and then you go into your core, which is, maybe you talking about mindset, you talking about a tip, a belief that you instill into your group, your team. Confident, simple, and direct. And then let them know that's what you see here. That's what you get here at the Global Alliance. That's what you get here at EXP. That's what you get here on our team. And if you're interested, if you want to know more, let's talk. I got a few more of these. I'll throw them all down at once. All right. So that way you guys grab it. And I'd love to see these go up today. So that we could go out there and really push this thing, right? We got the culture clip. We've got the real talk. That's Alexis, real talk. Right? Just grab that phone and just talk and get into it. It's not super produced or anything like that, but it's you. That's when they get to know you. Right? And that actually performs a lot better than these talking headshots, professionally done and professionally edited and all that stuff. What do you guys think of that? Who's down to throw one of those things out there today? Put it in the chat. Which one are you going to do today? Which of these are we going to throw out there? Copy it, keep it in your notes, and then pick one. What's the winner? The real talk. Right? We all have our opinions. We all have our thoughts. Put it out there. People want to know. Leadership, all of it is authenticity, right? Every single one of them will show your authenticity. But it's exactly what we want to do. Authority in 60 seconds. Right? Go through this. There's another one. There's something called the fast attract sandwich. Let me see if I could grab that for you guys. The fast attract sandwich. One sec, guys. That is, all right, throwing it into the chat. The sandwich is just a relatable hook, a little story or belief, and an invitation at the end, right? So if you're curious about what leadership looks like here, shoot me a DM. Put in the word leadership. Create that conversation, right? So if you only want to talk to the people that are responding to you, instead of Mario who's talking to people that are watching, which is really cool, man, you know? Let's get these done. All right. So we got 10 minutes. Anybody want to wrap this up?
Hey, real quick, guys, something I want to add to it because I got thinking about what Vincent was saying on the stories is the reason why I started doing the stories and what I do, especially when it goes to food. I'm a big foodie, so I started doing that because clients would reach out to me on, hey, where should I go eat? Hey, what do you recommend? Like I started noticing the more I would post about our culture and our where we live and what we do and like the lifestyle itself, right? A lot of clients started reaching out to me and I started noticing, hey, I'm the go-to realtor not just for real estate, but for different things. Hey, they're celebrating their anniversary. They're calling me and asking me, hey, what's a good steakhouse to go to? Hey, what's a good place to go to for a date? What I started noticing when I started growing my agent attraction is agents coming to San Antonio asking me the same thing. So that to me was a light bulb turning on because I'm like, hey, I'm not just posting about real estate. People don't have to just reach out to me on real estate itself. It's like we're building a relationship. And if you build relationships, your business grows not just on the residential and sell side, but on the agent attraction side. Because now it's when agents come to San Antonio, they think of me. They're reaching out to me not because they feel like, oh, this guy's going to try to recruit me, but no, this guy's the go-to in San Antonio and he knows where the spots are at. He knows where I can go. He knows where I can take my clients to. Like I had an agent that was selling in San Antonio from Dallas and he's like, hey, what hotel should I stay at? And I thought that was amazing because it's like, hey, they're coming to me. They're not referring the business to me, but now I could build a relationship with them. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to attract them to EXP because now I know they're going to be here. Now we're going to connect. Now we're probably going to go have lunch or something. But be that resource, not just to your clients, but also to real estate agents out there because now you're personable. They're reaching out to you for a reason. And they're not scared to be like, oh, he's with EXP. If I reach out to him, he's going to try to recruit me. Not knowing that I am, but that's the value that we're providing. So don't be scared to post out there. Like it really does help. You'll be surprised how many people are watching and how many people are going to reach out to you without you even knowing that a video of food is going to bring them to your inbox. So that's all I got.
Yeah. No, listen, that is gold, and it's so important to diversify all that you're putting out there. Imagine everything on your page being all about attraction, right? Imagine what that would look like to everybody else. Like, oh, don't talk to this guy. If I talk to this guy, it's gonna be like, like Alexis say, right? EXPing on everybody. You don't want that. You want them to know that this is what I do. I'm here to help, right? Reach out to me if you want to know what restaurants to go to. If you want to know how to celebrate and how to promote somebody, here's what you do, or how to produce. That's it. Or I ran into this problem. And if they want to know more, they'll reach out. But then you make yourself safe for communication. You make yourself safe for them to reach out to you, right? A lot of good feedback today. I appreciate everybody that jumped in and added to this conversation. Let's go over some wins. Let's set ourselves up for a good Friday, a productive Friday, an activity filled Friday. Who did something this week that was incredible or that was a win for them, big or small? Let's go, Mario. Guys, a lot of times we have these conferences that come into our area, okay? And what we need to do is which we just need to attend. Just need to go there and we need to, I was sourcing some of the calls that I received this week, the referrals and where they came from, and it was amazing that I could pinpoint exactly where I met that referring agent, right? I got a call this week for a seller right here, right in, close to my office. And she was like, hey, you remember me? And I was like, yeah, I met you at this conference last year. Okay. You were speaking on stage. I made it a point to reach out to you. We connected, we exchanged social media. And when it was time for that referral, she thought about me, right? But she wouldn't have known me if I didn't go to that conference, if I didn't reach out to her, if I didn't connect with her. Okay. So this week I went out to Inman. I connected with everybody that was there. Veronica was there. Kendall was there. They introduced me to some of their partners that they brought on. A lot of the leadership team was there. And it surprises me that we have so many people here that didn't attend. And it was a free event, right? So we all have events in our communities. Don't go to those things alone. Let your group, let your organization know about it. and share it and go together. Who else has a win for this week?
Hey, I'll just share. We social media ain't not my jam, so that's why I love it when you guys do these because I'm an old man and so I do it to be relevant, but I'm not like actively intentional like some of you guys are who are phenomenal with this. But we do a lot of like in-person education, and so through those opportunities and events, like we're getting a lot of attraction, those in-person opportunities to meet. And so every week this year so far, my goal has been to at least have two face-to-face or coffees with agents, and so far so good. And like this morning, we have a meeting with another agent who just when you meet those people, man, and like like these are game-changing, big picture, go-getting type, man, they've got a lot of good questions, a lot of good engagements, and like there's a friend of ours on this call right now who is like a perfect example of that. We met at one of these education events. She hasn't even been with us 5 months. She already opened up her own cultural center, and this other lady coming in this morning gives me those exact vibes, and so it's super exciting. So events, and then just Mario and the team, they all share those events on their platforms and on their different feeds, and just making sure that people know our educational events are, to all the agents are welcome. And so it's been working really well for us, and that's a big win for us.
Are these events that you guys are throwing?
Right. And so like I've been doing it for a minute. So I have a bunch of different classes that I teach, anything from like your cultivating relational development classes to your you want to get aggressive and go hunting, cold calling, door knocking, expireds. We have all the modalities and in between. So yeah, we're just consistent with them. We have them Monday at one of our cultural centers, Tuesday at we diversify between one of the two, and then every Thursday here in our main cultural center. And we've been doing it for a while. I wasn't being as consistent as putting them on the social platforms and making sure agents know that all are welcomed. And there's no hard sell. There's no hard sell in any of these. It's just like, again, you get those people who the light bulbs start going off, they start asking questions. And then again, it just provides those opportunities because, kind of like Alexis was saying, in a very natural and organic way to be able to authentically just to share with them, like, we don't do this sometimes. We've been doing this for a long time. We just haven't been as vocal about it.
Uh, Huge as well, guys. If you have access to any of these events, if you're, part of the committee, or if you just want to take over an event, like I've promoted events that are not mine at all, and at the end of the day, the audience was a majority from us, and it turned into our event. Okay. John Cheplack spoke yesterday um, at the leadership mastermind. And he spoke specifically about events and promoting events and all the things that you need to do to lead up to events. And one of the things he said was the ones that are successful, the ones that are dominating the event space. A lot of his clients, he coaches the best out there. And he was like, in 30 days, they did 27 register now links. They posted 27 times. How many of you think that's too much? Right? How many times do you guys post on your event on your platforms to invite people? Highlight the speakers, promote the link 27 times in 30 days. And he's like, those are the ones that got the results that I'm highlighting now. And he's like, this event, 300 participants, this event, 250 participants, and this is the formula that they did. I'm not sure if they recorded that class, but if anybody's doing events and thinking about doing events and they want to find out more, reach out to me. I'll grab that link, I'll find it, and I'll share it back to you guys so that we can make sure that if we're going to put the effort out into doing these events, we're going to get the attendance. Okay. If you guys are going out there and it's a lot to put up an event. If you're doing it, let's make sure it's well attended. All right, guys, 9:45. Anybody else have something to add? If not, let's get to work.
Hi,
Let's
Vincent. Good
grab,
morning.
yeah, good morning.
Thank you for inviting me. It's Dr. Break here.
Hey, Dr.
How are
Break, come. Yes.
Yes,
You
so
recently got AI certified, didn't you?
I did. So
Yeah, tell us about
I
that.
introduced myself to your team. My work sits at the intersection of leadership, business growth, and AI integration. So I am a university professor that I teach in the College of Business and Leadership to students that are doing their MBA and their PhD. I am also a certified AI consultant where my agency, we do everything AI. I do a lot of teaching, a lot of coaching on AI, right? We do AI integration. We can have AI handle your videos, your phones, right? So that way you don't get no calls slip between, right? AI can answer the phone, take a message for you. And it's so amazing how AI is moving at the speed of AI that once you have your AI agent set up properly, it knows everything about your business. So it can take those calls like you would believe it's a human is on the phone with you, right? And as I sat here listening to the pain points that you guys have about hook statements, I just wanted to add to that that I believe that a good hook should grab people attention immediately, right? When people hear what you have to say, they would immediately think that is exactly what I'm dealing with, right? You also have I've been training a lot of business people, and a lot of people like to be secret business people, right? Or in this case, for real estate agent, secret agents. Nobody know you're a real estate agent but you because they're afraid to post on social media. They're afraid to get on camera, right? Um, like Art, I believe that's his name, Art Fernandez said that social media is not his jam, right? These days, with using AI integration into your business to 10x your business, all you have to have from yourself is one photo, and AI handles your entire social media for you. Like if you take a look at that video that I sent you last night, that member of my team didn't even visit that property. All we did was had the owner of the property send us those pictures, and we staged the entire thing using AI. So these days you don't have to worry about everything. I don't want to get dressed. I don't want to be making videos every single day. I have other things that I have to do. Let AI handle those things for you, and you would be amazed to see how you start scaling your business. So that's my take on
I love
your
that. I'm trying to find that video so that I could share it with
feedback.
these guys.
Please
I
do.
don't know if you have it, but if you could throw that into the chat, it was actually incredible. It was really nice.
I actually have it here on my phone.
Right. First impression looks
I don't know
solid,
if you guys
but
can
the
see
real
this.
story starts once you step inside. As soon as you step inside, the layout opens up and gives you a really clear sense of how the home flows. The kitchen stays open without feeling exposed. Plenty of workspace, and it still connects to everything else. This layout does a lot without trying too hard. Open, comfortable, and easy to picture yourself in. This is the kind of bedroom that stays quiet. Plenty of space, good light, and it actually feels separate from the rest of the house. Everything you just saw was guided remotely using existing listing photos. No reshoots, no staging, just a clearer way to walk a home. All right, first impression looks solid, but the real story starts once you. And there's so many of those videos that we've created, Vincent, even for a casino owner. We did one for Lexus dealership. So we have a lot of people. And how do we hook people into our business? Like you're talking about hook, is we would make a very short video, right? Like we would make one for a doctor's office. We would make one for real estate agents. We would make one for car dealers, and just something simple for them to say that we made this with AI. Post it on our social media. Before you know it, everybody wants to know, can you make this for us? Are you having a class on how you can show our people how to make this? So if anybody in your on your team, Vincent, is interested, I am going to put my phone number and my email address in the chat because we are actually, like I sent you a message last night, we are actually hosting a class next week where by the time you leave the class, you know exactly how to make the videos, just like the one I just showed you. Very nice. Let's do it. Pop it in here and you'll have some of us be on definitely. All right. And if I can invite you back here so you can unpack a lot of the things that you just shared, we would love that. Guys, if you
Of
want that,
course.
put in the chat so she knows that she's wanted here. Dr. Kara Brake, thank you so much.
You're welcome. I just dropped my information in the chat.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Vincent.
All right, guys. It's Freedom Friday. We want to take the rest of this hour and go out there and just get into activity. Go straight into it. Pick which one you want to do. Do a little bit of research and put yourself out there. All right, guys. Let's go get it. Happy Friday, everyone.